Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make lemon meringue pie. So let's get started. First we'll make the crust in a medium bowl. Add in the flour, sugar, and salt. And mix them together until they're combined. Then add in the cold cubed butter and use your fingers to rub the butter into the flour mixture until it resembles coarse crumbs. Then add in the ice cold water. Start off mixing it with a spoon to combine it into the mixture. Add in more water if you need to. Then continue mixing it with the spoon until it starts to come together. Then use your hands to bring it together into a ball. Then place it onto a lightly floured work surface. Add a little more flour to the top and roll it out until it's about 1/4 inch thick. Then place the rolled out dough into an ungreased pie pan. Gently press it in to make it fit into the pan. Then cut off the excess and place it into the freezer for 15 minutes until it's well chilled. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Then once the crust is chilled, remove it from the freezer. Then prick it using a fork so it doesn't form air bubbles while it's in the oven. Add a sheet of parchment paper on top, or you can use aluminum foil. And weigh it down using uncooked beans or rice. This is to weigh it down so it doesn't puff up in the oven. Then bake it in the oven for 12 minutes. Then after 12 minutes, remove it from the oven. Turn the oven temperature down to 350. Then remove the beans and the parchment paper. Then bake the crust in the oven for another 12 or 15 minutes or until it turns a light golden brown color. Then once it's done, remove it from the oven and set it aside for now. And also keep the oven temperature on 350 degrees. Then to make the lemon filling in a medium saucepan, add the sugar, salt, milk, and hot water. Then place it onto the stove onto a medium-high heat. Whisk the mixture to combine it. Then heat the mixture until it just starts to come to a boil. Then remove it from the heat and set it aside for now. Then separate the eggs, placing the yolks into a small bowl and then the whites into a separate bowl. You need to make sure you don't get any traces of yolk into your whites or they will not whip up properly when we make the meringue later. I like to separate the egg into a separate bowl and then keep the yolks and whites into 2 other separate bowls, just in case any yolk does get into the whites, it doesn't ruin the whole thing. Then set aside the egg whites for now. Then into the egg yolks, add in the cornstarch, and whisk them together until they're well combined, trying to get rid of as much of the lumps as possible. Then add half a cup of the hot milk and sugar mixture into the egg yolk and cornstarch mixture, and whisk them together until they're combined. Then add it into the rest of the milk and sugar mixture. Whisk it in until it's combined. Then heat the mixture over medium-high heat until it comes to a boil, whisking it occasionally. Then once it comes to a boil, whisk it constantly and then keep it boiling for another 45 seconds. Then after 45 seconds, remove it from the heat and add in the butter and whisk it in until it's melted into the mixture. Then zest 2 lemons into the mixture. Whisk it in until it's combined. Then press and roll the lemons onto the countertop to help them release more juice. Then cut them in half. Then juice them into a small bowl and make sure you also strain out the seeds and pulp. And you may have to juice another lemon to make sure there's enough juice. Then add the juice into the saucepan with the rest of the mixture and whisk it in until it's combined. Then to make the meringue in the bowl of a stand mixer, or you can use an electric hand mixer, add the egg whites that we had from earlier and the salt, and beat them on a medium speed until they become foamy. Then gradually add in the powdered sugar while it's beating. Then beat it on high speed until it forms stiff peaks. Then pour the lemon pie filling into the pie crust. And carefully spread the meringue on top. Make sure you spread it all the way to the edges because it will shrink slightly while it's in the oven. Then bake it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes or until the meringue is really nicely toasted. Then once it's done, remove it from the oven and let it cool on a cooling rack. Then wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for at least 2 hours before serving it. And that's how to make lemon meringue pie. Be sure to check out my channel because I've got over 100 amazing recipes, and be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.